This is Jody Underwood. I'm joined today by Chris Manali. Chris, tell us a little bit about the company you work for.
Fitzpatrick Painting and Construction. We've been around since, large painting contractor. We've historically struggled hiring because for painters in the Pacific Northwest, the sunny season is so short. The sun's out, the rain has stopped, it's warm enough. You can put paint on an exterior. You don't have to worry about it sagging. We try to knock out as many projects as possible, but the runway to get there is so long when you don't have help. We've enlisted help before. It was never the right help. This year, we were told to take the plunge and try it first for sure. It was an excellent decision. So brand new recruiter. I've never done this before. This was never my role. Just trying to figure it out. Wasn't having a lot of success with some of the more standard recruiting platforms. And within the first, I don't know if you remember this, Jody, Deidre would remember this, but within the first 8 days of using her, we had 15 new hires. That wasn't 15 new interviews. That was 15 new hires.
Well, yeah, it's definitely, it was, she would remember this because whatever that came across, because we have a little leaderboard. Every time a client has a hire, we have a recruiter board. It's like, hire from Fitzpatrick or hire from this company, hire from that company. It was 5 for Fitzpatrick. I'm like, wait, what? That's a no. Wow. Yeah. So it was definitely those amazing results that you were able to get. So just quick, results not typical for those ones because,
sure.
It's been from the standpoint of the type of person you're looking for, because you were hiring quick, right? You're bringing entry-level people in that you're able to train in the Fitzpatrick way of doing things, to be able to make sure that they're doing the things that you want them to do the way that you're doing it. And so what was it you think the thing that made it so successful for you?
So for us, we're in the position where they could hire a recruiter. So even though I had never done it before, the nice thing about having was if I missed a day or two, I knew that my leads were being nurtured. They were going through this funnel where it was taking over in terms of speed to lead, there was an immediate text, right, sent out. And then if they responded right away, there was immediate follow-up. They were brought into a different phase in the funnel. If there was no response to that, I would reach out again. My goal and the reason that we had 15 in 8 days is I would reach out and then I would call and I would almost sit. I'd have the window open on a second monitor and I'd see when a lead came in and I'd pick up the phone immediately. And I can't tell you how many phone calls I made in those 8 days, but it was substantial how many interviews I had. But that was the reason for the success. So when I had other projects, like I had a day full of interviews, I couldn't respond to anybody that day. That next day I'd hit it hard where as soon as a lead came in, I'd be running the phone. And even those days that I couldn't, even those days that I was interviewing, like I said,
right,
the funnel responded for me and it kept them engaged, kept them warm.
Right. And that is the key here, because it is not just a set it and forget it. You do have to still work the process. You still have to work the leads. You have to look at it. We tell people, if you get an application, looks great, give them a call. If you get an application, you're not really sure, wait for the video interview, or to do it that way. But you do have to take some time and be on the board. It's not like you got to spend all day on it because you're not there. And plus you have an account manager that's helping look at things as well and bring your attention to things from that standpoint. So what would you say to somebody who is sitting there, they're kind of struggling to find people and they're looking at the possibility of, they're looking at, what would you tell them?
What I would tell you is this: if I were left to my own devices to try to hire for this season, I'm not sure I'd still be employed. I would have failed. This year has been so hard on companies wanting to hire. Our competition has been beaten down this year. So many other people that I know in management roles have told me just how terrible this year has been. I mean, the Great Resignation, right? If I didn't have, there's not even a chance I would have hit the numbers that I hit. And I don't doubt that for a second. The nice thing about it is if it seems like a daunting task, those days that you're on, it's going to make sure that you know about the lead as soon as it hits their system. The days that you're off, the days that you can't respond right away, and the days that you're just too busy, you're still making progress. And that was the beauty with this, is when we needed 15 people in 8 days, I got 15 people in 8 days. And then when we got to the point where we were pretty much reaching our threshold, we didn't have enough crew vehicles out there to take any more crews in, I allowed it to coast. and then did its thing. And so as we had some organically drop off, we had some organically come on board. And so it was just this really nice mix of when I wanted them, I could go out and get them. And when I didn't feel that urgency, it was still trickling in and I didn't have to do anything about it.
Awesome. Well, Chris, I certainly appreciate you taking the time to be on here today and to kind of join and kind of share some of your thoughts and some of the results. And it's been a pleasure to work with you and look forward to continued success with Fitzpatrick Painting.
Thanks a lot, Jody.